There's a quote by Carpenter that I always remember. He says that filmmaking is about turning mental things into physical things. Too much of the inner world of a character.
Rorschach's Journal, October 12th, 1985. Dog carcass in alley this morning.
And you'll have a cliché. Too much of the outer world.
It's inverted. Its entropy runs backwards, so to our eyes its movement is reversed. We think it's a type of inverse radiation triggered by nuclear fission.
And you'll have a documentary. To make the outside meaningful, you should filter it through the character's perception. To make the inside feel alive, you should temper it with the relationship with the real world outside. On a two-dimensional screen, how do you make what's inside look outside?
How did you do that?
You can use dialogues. Shot,
What about us?
reverse shot.
You'll always have Paris.
A movement? Better, more subtle. But maybe you sometimes have to go against the grain and then turn back at the right moment. So one of the most creative and effective ways I know of showing characters' state of mind is not a close-up or a dialogue or a voiceover, but this. If you think cinema is about clarity of vision, you should take a look at Wong Kar-wai. Objects between. Characters filmed through a window are obsessively shot from behind. Movies are not about seeing clearly, they are about feeling clearly. For example, have you ever wondered why Wong Kar-wai is so in love with corridors? Hong Kong's narrow streets? Why he rarely shoots whole figures, but rather only body parts. His cinema is like a collage. In confined spaces, he can compress the distances between characters with odd camera angles. And at the same time widen the emotional distance between them. Like in this scene. Two characters are in the same space,
點解你唔寫其他嘢啊？
冇人睇嘛。
你可以寫武俠小説㗎，武俠小説好多人睇㗎。
but they seem to be in two different rooms. By slowing down the action, he can speed it up. Just like Masaaki Yuasa does with the animation. Less frames are more emotions. Less information means more engagement. That's why there's always something between the camera and the characters. Someone passing by. A net.
在1994年的5月1号。
Or my favorite one.
咩歌嚟聽？
The amount of information the audience gathers from the text is reduced. The range of subtext can explode. Look at the band on the left of the screen, blurred. Here it is on the right. The result? Characters are never centered in the frame. They're in a living world with its own rules. And how do you make the audience feel the world with its own rules? Well, you put it into the frame. Wong Kar-wai rarely leaves the characters alone in the frame. We can usually think that the whole is more than the sum of its parts, but for Wong Kar-wai, the whole would be less than the sum of its parts. You have to fill the blank spaces of the screen. Because suspending emotions is more important than expressing them if you want to create a dreamy and romantic atmosphere. Ellipses. And that's why places seem at the same time so important and so undefined in a Wong Kar-wai film. That's the real Hong Kong, but also the Hong Kong in the character's imagination. In their perception of the solid real outside. But this way, they are missing parts. So they arouse the viewer's curiosity. As well for random objects. They never are just random objects, because they are transfigured through the character's perception. That's why Wong Kar-wai shows them. You are called to fill the missing parts, making assumptions, but the path from the inside to the outside. And sometimes you have less than a frame to make your assumptions, just from a neck to knees. The limited space makes the job more difficult, but the reward more satisfying. Or you can just stare at the outside. You'll just see the rain, a weeping flat, a lonely shirt, time slowing down, coming to stop. But you'll find 1,000 possibilities in the space of one street, or in a kind of pineapples, like a king of the infinite space.